Are you all good? Yes. Okay, right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some jokes for you. Now, some of you might find them funny, and then some of you might not, and then look at each other afterwards and go, that chick with the beard that won Eurovision, better singer than a comedian. So, hello, my name is Ash, 3-time regional finalist of the Charles Manson lookalike competition. And he died recently as well, so good news is this year's competition got it in the bag. It's not like I get bad lookalikes. I've had good ones. I got compared recently, a striking resemblance to the health nutritionist Joe Wicks. Ah. If he had an ugly disfigured twin chained up in a basement. So, how to escape a basement in 15 easy minutes. My life is misery. And I can top that. I can actually top that. I did a gig in Hull earlier this year, and someone said to me, I really like that Charles Manson joke you do, but honestly, I think you look more like the singer James Blunt if You're Beautiful hadn't been a hit. Because my life is brilliant. But you know, when I'm not being compared to some of history's greatest monsters, right, I'm quite a positive person. Comedy is a really positive thing for me. And, you know, I did a gig not long ago where audience of 30 people, and a third of them were children aged 7 to 10, and I wasn't told till I got on stage and saw them. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do here? Because I swear, I sometimes say rude things, and then I remembered fidget spinners. Kids collect fidget spinners, parents buy fidget spinners. I had a joke about fidget spinners. This will be fantastic. Started doing the joke. Realised when I started that the punchline to that joke was kiddie fiddler. But I wrote the joke because my nephew collected them and they got banned from his school. And it reminded me of how sort of school ruins everything. What they ruined for me mostly was sex education. Now, looking at me, you can all probably agree that I really needed those sex education classes. The only drawback was that our teacher was this little Scottish lady. Now, I don't know how many people in the room have seen the film Full Metal Jacket, right? But the combination of being taught sex education by a little Scottish lady who taught like a drill instructor, I never thought was going to be really a recipe for success. When the vaginal walls are sufficiently moistened, you'll be able to enter your penis, which at this point should be sufficiently erect. You'll perform a thrusting motion commonly known as the missionary, at which point you'll ejaculate inside the vagina, which, if unsheathed, may produce a baby. Bell rings. Into the class, kids. Come back next week. We're going to tell Kirsty she can't get pregnant by putting up your bum. Oh, no, she didn't. Something more positive. I have a girlfriend, been together for 5 years. Somebody had sex with me. No, I said that wrong. What I meant to say was I had a girlfriend. We were together for 5 years. Thank you. Bit of a weird one, 5-year relationship, because I think she had a psychology degree. So I think she looked at me and was like, oh, that's quite a fascinating test case. And I looked at her and was like, I don't want to die alone. And it's a struggle, mate. Honestly, it's a struggle coming out of a relationship because everything reminds you of them. And mate, honestly, seriously, it's a constant struggle every day. Thank you for laughing in my face when I tell you that. But mate, you don't have to worry about me. No one has to worry about me. It's not like we split, right? And like we're so broke we still have to share the same flat together. I mean, imagine that happening till July. It's not really an ideal situation, is it? It's not ideal for me. It's not ideal for her. Definitely not ideal for a new partner. So, oh yeah, she's got a new partner, Helen. It's great. But you know, there's an old saying, isn't there? If I had £1. Well, if I had £1 for every time I've been intimate since I became single, I would have minus £17. Some of you are thinking, how does the maths work there? I'll explain. What you do, simple mathematical deduction. You deduct £1 for every time you're in the flat together, and you crack one off when you hear them doing it through the wall. You might mock me, but I've got needs. I'm going to end on... You know... Right, I'm going to finish on this, not like that, I'm going to finish with a joke, but... I'm going to finish on a story that happened to me on a train. Now, I don't drive, and I live in Warrington, so when I'm travelling from gigs like this, they end very late, so you have to get the last train home. Now, you've all been on this train. People call it the drunk train. I like to call it Agatha Christie's Murder on the Trans-Pennine Express. And I was on the train, right, and there was one seat available, one seat. And the woman next to the seat was a nun. And the nun had her bag on the seat, which, as we know, makes her a bad habit. Thank you, it's a great pun. And I said, is there anyone sat there? And she went, yes, but there was no one sat there. So I can only assume she reserved it for God, who created the world in 7 days, but it also turns out bloody loves a rail saver. So I've got to stand in the middle of the train. I've got drunk people to the left of me, Hindus to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. A group of children sing, a group of really, really drunk teenagers singing Do They Know It's Christmas in April. And then I turn around 10 minutes later, and what do I see? What do I see? You. Not actually you, but metaphorically, a woman who got on the train with me had got the seat next to the nun, and that started to bug me. That started to bug me, because it got me thinking, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong to not get that seat? What did she do to get that seat? What could I have offered that nun? Hail Marys? A vow of chastity? My sex life isn't going well, it'll be a fair swap. What did she offer the nun? Does she know all the lyrics to Sister Act 1 and 2? Because guess who bloody does? And you know what the most embarrassing thing was about it? And I'm going to finish on this. The most humiliating thing about this entire stupid situation. You would think, wouldn't you, Liverpool? You would bloody think that after 2,000 years, a nun sees someone who looks like me on a train, she'd welcome me with open arms. Amen. You have been very, very nice. I've been Ash Preston. Have a good night. Stay alive.